Hey guys, Delta here, and back for another video. This time, it's a bit like the videos I've done beforehand, except that those are the channel updates, and I tried to do those on a monthly basis, and I'd like to take them and do something different with them, so now I'm going to just call it Banter with Baron. I know, very original, very amazing title, but yeah. I just got back from a trip from Iowa, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be posting anything on that. I'm thinking I do have videos and pictures of it that maybe I'll put up as unlisted video or something, but if I do that, I'll let you guys know, and if you want to, you can look at that. And the other thing is that I changed my setup, so I'm in a different room right now, and I have my upgraded PC, so should be running at better performance, and I tried it and I'm able to also play Battlefield 1 much better than I did on my old computer, so I'm probably going to do videos on that eventually. So in the background you see this is the World War II Chronicles, which I'm playing for to get the new vehicles. And so I just want to talk to you first. If you're having trouble with the Chronicles, say for example, if you're playing AR realistic and you're having trouble getting the kills, or you know, you're just not having a good time with it, is you can try tank realistic battle or simulated battle if you're up for that. But what it is that you have aircraft you can spawn in, but there's no spawn point system. Sure, you have to pay for it, but if you're at least doing something during your battle, you're going to earn enough that you're going to be able to spawn in those without denting your wallet at all. So, I'd say if you're looking to get the air ones, it's easy to get them done in the tank realistic. And I do have to say, the downfall for most teams though is when they have aircraft up and don't get a tank. So if you're in an aircraft, they don't have any aircraft up, and you're losing on the ground, you know, it's probably a good idea to switch to a tank, unless you want to lose. But yeah, so besides that, the Chronicle thing, I'm looking to get the Harpoon more than anything else. Maybe it's just because I like the B-34, and an upgraded B-34 sounds pretty cool to me. The other thing I wanted to talk about with this video is the State of War Thunder. You know, there's videos out there on channels of Fly and Mike Goes Boom. It was a while ago, but they talked about the naval testing, and I just wanted to give my opinions a bit late, but still. So, what I think is that battleshipping cruisers are a completely fair game for them to add, and there's pretty much no reason why they shouldn't be added, because the destroyers, you know, to my knowledge, you know, they can get up to the speeds that the ships in the current battle control beta testing can get up to. So, don't understand why those aren't added yet. Don't know the reason behind it, but that also cruisers, you know, they're not much slower than, say, that, I forgot the name of it, I think it's the DBZ or something. It's that it's the ferry with the 288mm and the concrete armoring and such. But yeah, that thing goes a lot slower than any of the ships that could possibly be added, that they're saying they're not going to add because they're too slow. So, and the other thing about it too is the argument about it being, oh well, they took days to fight. You know, so did tank battles, but the tanks didn't spawn right in the battle and then get shot in the side as soon as they spawned in by a T-34. You know, there's changes made because this is a video game, and so it's okay to cut that realism out of traveling hours to the battle. You know, with bombers, they get an air spawn. they don't get expected to fly from way back at the home base and then fly up to altitude, meet up with the fighters, and then continue for a couple more hours. No. There's things that are done that aren't done so that aren't because they're realistic, but because they make it fun. So I feel like Gaijin could do that to make the ship battles fun. I'm not saying battleships have to be played or playable, because I understand that it's harder. Not as many people appeal with that, but the same can be said for SPAA and tank destroyers and heavy bombers. Is that there are people who play that. They're willing to sit around or not see that much action all game. There's that dedication and those people that they want to play it. So it's a test. Give it to us. If we don't like it, then okay, we tested that doesn't work. You can try something else, move along. I also wanted to talk about some of the other issues that I feel are important about War Thunder. And so what I think is that just seeing the new vehicles, just like had me thinking about, whenever there's a new patch out or new vehicles announced, one of the problems is, and like what the community says is, do we really need this? So say for example, we have the Yak 3T, another cannon-armed fighter, and more specifically, it's got a 37mm and 220s. Like, I don't know what BR that's going to be at, but, is that something we really need? Do we really need another American bomber? Do we really need another Russian tank with a 76mm? Just like... Say, for example, let's take a look at how there's the King Tiger when it first came out. Like recently, there's been the IS-6 and the T-29, T-34 American. And so, like people have said, that those are the American and the Russian equivalents, the British equivalents to the King Tiger. And, that's understandable when something's added for the purpose of this is needed. So, like if you look through the tech trees, you see a lot of empty holes in places, vehicles that realistically we do need. There's roles that need to be filled, but yet, like, we get another attacker aircraft to America, or we get another Japanese fighter. And so, like, some of these are necessary, but I look at other ones and say, why is this, like, taking the development time to work on? So, that was just my thoughts on that. I did see in the news recently, upon making this video, there's the planned economic changes, and they look good for the most part. They're decreasing the expenditure for pretty much all the aircraft. A lot of them seem to apply to arcade battles, and they also were increasing the reward for playing the assault mode and for playing realistic air and tank. So I haven't gotten a chance to try out and see like how much of a difference it feels like, but I believe it's 20% on the air and ground realistic battles reward, and it scales in the assault mode because it starts at about 75% reward for a tier 1, then it goes down the further tier you go to. So that's pretty much all I wanted to say about War Thunder, I think. I'll put something in the video or the description maybe if I have some other things I just want to leave for you guys to think about. But yeah, the new Battlefront 2 announced. Looks like it's gonna be a lot better than the last one. Probably gonna end up playing that, and yeah. So I'm gonna work on this week making videos while I also want to grind in Overwatch and War Thunder for those each respective event. But I do have a lot of things going on in real life, so let's see. Like, there might not be as much consistency with videos as I've wanted, but I'm trying. So, yeah.